Hey, what's up guys? It is me, Zayden, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be building Grian Hermitcraft Season 6 base, and we are going to be building the very next layer. And this thing's going to look very cool, so that's very cool. And we're going to be joined by Construction Bob, who is trying to escape. You cannot escape until you have finished the hobbit hole, come on. And he's been working very hard on making the hobbit hole a bit nicer, and you even got some stairs going up there, so that looks pretty cool. So, yeah, and before we start, I've got two things to say. First of all, I reached 600 subscribers, which is insane, because I literally hit 500 subscribers last week when I'm recording this video. And that's 100 subscribers in a week is absolutely crazy to think about, and yeah, we're getting near to it really is the road to 1,000 subscribers now that we're more than halfway there. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. And also I wanted to say that I'm going to be starting a new thing where each episode I'm going to shout out someone who's building Grian's base, so you can, so just let me know down in the comments if you're building it in creative, maybe you're building it in survival, and let me know if you're building alongside me and up to date completely done all of this work, or maybe if you're a bit behind. So yeah, write down in the comments what where you were at in building Grian's base. Maybe you've made a few changes, and I'm going to start shouting people out in the next episode, because why not? But anyway, without further ado, let's get into building the very next layer of Grian's base. And this thing is, I checked out, and this thing is nearly 100 blocks tall, which is pretty mind-boggling, to be honest. Like, 100 blocks is very tall, and it's not just like it's a big tower. This is really intricate and detailed and stuff. So, I mean, anyone who's come this far, give yourself a little pat on the back. But anyway, let's get started with this. Alright, we're ready to build the next layer. Wow, this thing is tall. Right, so you want to take the middle block of this, so this block of the 5 blocks that you should have here from last episode, and you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the 7th block, you place 2 cyan terracotta. Right, so now behind that, you want to place 2 white concrete, and then another 2 white concrete, and then extend out 1, 2, 3, 4 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then build that up, and then go 1 back and fill in this. So we've got 2, so it's doubled up. So we've got this kind of thing. And then you can, and then on the first block in, you can place 1, and this layer is going to go up by 9. So you want to go, wait, let me check that. Yep, this layer is going to go up by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we want to go 1 back, so we can place the cyan stained glass. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then we can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Build that up, and right, so this is good. We've got the first bit, and whenever you place glass, there's always a row of white concrete, and then another row, which is what the glass sits on. So yeah, we don't have to bring it up all the way. I can leave you guys to do that. So then we want to do this again, and we want to do another rectangle. Hey, that's kind of like how we did this bit. Rectangles, but yeah, so we go 1, so we make it so it's diagonal like that, and then we go 1, 2, 3. So then we have 1, 2, 3. Do that on the other side. We go 1, 2, 3. Build that up. So you want to basically just go one back with this and one back there, kind of thing. If that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory. So then we go 1, 2, 3 here, and yeah, we'll build that up later. So right, this is looking good. We are making good progress fairly quickly. It looks very small. It looks really weird, but anyway, so this bit's a little bit unusual, and to be honest, I have no idea why this is in the base. It's a bit weird, but either way, so we want to go one more out, but we don't place glass here because this bit has 3 blocks, as we have the next section, and this might be a bit confusing. So let's just go out 3. So we've got this. So it's a bit weird because normally it doesn't link out. Normally this block isn't here, so it would be like this. But we place 2 extra blocks there because it's a bit weird. So, and we want to go 1, 2. So there should be 2 blocks here before this one goes back. And then here, I just placed this white concrete to make it easier. We actually want to destroy these 2 blocks and place cyan terracotta there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then here, we want to, next to this white concrete, we want to place cyan terracotta too, making that go up 9. So there you go, that should be fairly easy to understand, hopefully. And I'll do the other side with you as well, so just to check that you guys get that. So I want to extend this by 1 and go back 3, and then place cyan stained glass. We'll just destroy that for now. And then we want to place white concrete, and then we place white concrete again. But actually, oh whoops, there's no point in placing this because it's actually cyan terracotta. And then there's another block of cyan terracotta next to it. So you should have kind of like 4 glass here, 3 glass here, then kind of space where there's 2 glass. So instead of that going like that, which is what it normally would be like, for some reason he decided to make the blocks connect up. And yeah, I'm not sure why. It's one of the world's biggest unsolved mysteries, but it's what happened, and we want to be authentic in this build, so that's what we're gonna do. And right, so now we need to do the bit that leads up to the next kind of bit like this. So it goes, so there's this bit, and then there's another section in between that, and then there's that bit, there's this bit again there, if that makes sense. But you'll see as we go through the build. Right, so let's begin this little diagonal kind of bit. So we want to, so you got this, and you want to squash in a little white concrete between these 2 diagonals, and then we obviously go 1 back, then we go another 1 along, then 1 back, and then we go another 1 back, because this is another bit that's like this. So if it makes it easier, we can just remove this for now. So, and then we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, so then behind these 2 diagonals, there's going to be 1 column of glass. And then here, there's going to be 2 columns of glass. And you want to connect up these, so it kind of looks like it's going back like this. So we're keeping that kind of diagonal, this block between diagonals theme here, but it's quite random because stuff like this doesn't have blocks. But yeah, so for the next bit it's just normal again. We just want to go 1 and then back, and then 1 and then back, and then 1 and then back, and there's going to be 3 columns of diagonals, so 1, 2, 3, just like this. And then we're going to do the same thing as this, but on this side, because obviously it's a smaller layer. Wait, is there like, yeah, like, as you see here, there's like 3 bits in between, but because this is a smaller layer, there's only 1 bit in between the kind of front faces of the base. So we want to go, right, so once we get to the diagonal, we want to kind of do another diagonal, as if it's going to be a diagonal, but obviously it's not. So we've got, oh no, sorry, my bad. So we want to go back, and then like it's going to be another diagonal, because it actually does only have one bit here, as you can see, because obviously this. Then you want to have, it's a bit confusing actually, this bit. So then you want to have another one back like this. So you got 2 there. So I'll just recap. So you want to do as if it's diagonal, then just add another one. And then you want to go 1 forward and then do these 2 back. So you should have 3 here, but then just 2 here because the cyan stained glass is going to be here. And then the 2 diagonals are going to be here and here, if I am not mistaken. And we can check that because if you get stuck, all you need to do is check the other side. And as you can see, that pretty much matches up. Yep, matches up, so it's got to be right. Right, so that's looking good. So now let's do the other front face, and we'll do a bit quicker this time because I know you guys have already seen it. So we can go back to check this, and we can see that it's 3 along and then 2 back because the almost like this cyan terracotta is in the way. So then we go like this, and there's 2 here, and then we go, oh no, silly me, we need to build it 2 up, of course. How could I forget that? And then we can go over here and see that we need to build it 3 along, and we connect these. So we'll do it unconnected for first, so just to make it a little bit easier. So see, we've got 2 there. Now we've got 3 blocks here. And then we can connect these up by 1 block. And then, so I think I'm just gonna do a little bit under half of this, so you guys know what to do. So then we go forward 1, and this is properly diagonal, so there's no connection with the with these bits. And we want to go 1 more because it's 4, and then we have the cyan terracotta. And to check that you've done it right, you go like this and see if it's in the middle block of these 5. And if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if it's on the 7th block away from these and it's in the right place, you're doing great. So that's good news. So then after that, we go past this and then place 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll place these in. So yeah, this needs to be, to recap, in the middle of these 5, so it should be on the 3rd block both ways, and set on the 7th block in. So yeah, that's looking pretty good, and just as long as it meets round at the other end, to be honest, you're good. So then again, we'll go like this. So we want to go 1, 2, and then 3, then back, then 1, 2, and then we place this 1 because the cyan terracotta is going to be here, and there's going to be another cyan terracotta here. Right, so now the next diagonal, and I'll just do this diagonal, then I'll leave you to build the rest for yourself. Right, so I want to build 2 up here. We want to build 2, and again, like if you're a bit like, oh, I don't know what to do, just go here and you can see, okay, right, so there's a square of 2, there's a square of 2 here, and then you can go back and you can be like, right, so let's build the square of 2. And then, of course, we can build this one, because we know that this goes 1 up. And then we know that the 2 has... so if we're going to build it without diagonals, which is what you can do, because I think that might actually make it a bit easier. So you just go 1 back, then we get the glass and nothing else. And then we have a 2, just as if it was going to be normally with 1 and then a 2. And then we just connect these bits like that. So the 2, you should only actually see a one bit of white concrete, 1 column of white concrete exposed to there. So then we can like go back and check what happens next with the diagonals. And then we can see, alright, so that just goes along to there. And then it goes like, so you go like this on the glass level, you go like this, and then you make the little diagonal thing. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then that looks good. And then you go 1 more, but this instead is going to be the layer of 2. So it's going to go 1, and then 2, and then we're going to have a layer of 1, but of course we need to connect these 2 like that. because of the confusing bit in the middle. So just to show, this is what it would look like without the bit in the middle. So you can kind of get that, and then obviously from this side, just to make things really simple for you guys. And right, so that means that we connect these up, and then we have these bits, so it goes like this here and like that. So all you need to do now is build this, repeat this, and so right now you'd want to do the front bit where you go 1 2 3 1 2 and build that 2 up, and just go all the way around like that and continue this pattern. And if you're ever confused at all, you can just go back to what you've done or go back in the video and you'll be able to see what you do. And of course you also want to build it up 9, so build this all the way around and repeat what we've done, and then once you're done you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Right, there you have it. That is the glass layer of the 3rd layer of the base, and that looks pretty insane actually. It looks very tall. So yeah, I know progress might have been a bit slow today, but I also wanted to make sure that it was thorough and that you guys totally understood what I was talking about. And we could continue, but I just think it's better that the videos are a little bit shorter rather than like 30 minutes long and stuff. Right, so I will I'll kind of go around the base so you can kind of see and just check that you've done everything right. And again, you can pause the video and everything to make sure. And yeah, this is our 13th episode. That is pretty, that's a lot of episodes we've done. So yeah, and hopefully we're going to be able to continue this series. I've seen lots of requests for the interior, and don't worry, we're definitely going to be doing the interior. And oops, that is a mistake there. Can also fix little mistakes I've made. And also, people are requesting for me to build Grian's Season 7 base. Don't want to make any promises yet, because that thing is complicated. But I think I might do a little bit of experimenting on a creative world just to see if I can get anything that sort of resembles it. And yeah, so that is, we did the glass layer today, and that's looking pretty cool, and that'll give us a base to kind of start the next layer. And hopefully next episode we'll be able to get the next 2 glass layers done, and then soon we'll be able to finish off this layer and do the last layer, and soon be done with the entire base. And so yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember to leave a comment and telling me where you are in the base and everything, and you might get a shout out next episode. So yeah guys, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.